Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode from, check it out, Salvage Nation. In this episode, guys, it's a bit different. It's -3 in London today, and have a look around. You can see the snow on the floor. You can see it's freezing. It's not optimal times or conditions to spray a car. So we're back on the E92, but we can't spray it today. So I thought I'll drive this car home. It's been a while. The last few videos have always been at H&A Autos, but today I've driven the car home. I'm going to be sorting out all my lighting on the interior. If you remembered in the earlier episodes, I showed you that I bought these bulbs. These are white LED bulbs, and they're gonna basically just swap all of the yellow and dull bulbs inside of the car to these white LED, more modern type bulbs. So I'm going to be kitting out and changing every single bulb in the car with these ones. But I've also gone ahead and done something else, guys. I'm going to be gutting out my gauge cluster, opening that bad boy up, and I'm going to be changing out all of the orange SMD bulbs, and I'm going to be putting in some white LED bulbs that I've ordered online. They came in yesterday, so I thought no better time than the here and now. So I'm going to be getting that done tonight as well. I'm going to wait until tonight to put the SMD bulbs in because I want you guys to see the gauge cluster in all its glory. So for now, I'll be changing out these bulbs, and then later on tonight we'll be changing out the cluster bulbs. You guys are going to be riding shotgun, so let's continue. There you go, guys. So I've gone ahead and I've swapped out all of the LED bulbs in the car. 1, 2, 3. There you go, the ones in the back, under there, all of them has been gutted. And guys, now that that's all done, it's just a matter of waiting until the sun goes down, and I'll be gutting out my gauge clusters, getting all of those LED lights on that swapped out as well, and I'm going to be showing you the full process. So I'll check you guys when the sun goes down. Let's go. Right guys, so I've waited until outside was quite dark. Have a look, because I want to show you the orange lights versus the white lights in all their glory. So what I need to do now is, if I'll switch the light on. So this is the before, just remember that. And I'll switch the light on. And if you look at these two little holes right there, they're two little torque screws that I need to remove, and then I can remove this and take it inside, and then we can get started on swapping out these orange lights, and we're going to be putting in all white lights to match the other white bulbs that I just installed. So let's get that started. So guys, to remove this, it's all about having the correct tools. Have a look at this little bad boy. It's a mini little ratchet, and that will just fit into this tight space so perfectly. That's it, plugs out, and there we have it, guys. Let's take this inside, and then we can pull this apart and get to working on these little SMDs. And whilst I was at it, I went ahead and removed the start button. I'm going to be swapping this out for a glass type start button, so everything in this car is going to have that nice modern white LED look. Let's get in the house, get all of these bits torn apart, and then I'll show you the complete process of swapping out the SMD bulbs for both the start button and also my speedo clocks. I'll see you guys inside. All right guys, welcome to mi casa. So here we have my speedos from the car. I've got a flat bit screwdriver. I've got my small ratchet with the Torx. I went out and I got a head strap for my GoPro so you guys can get a POV view. I've got a soldering iron with a very pointy tip. There's my key with the daily jet tag, guys. Make sure you check out shopsalvagenation.com and have a look at these jet tags. And for the guys who I've sent them out to, I hope you enjoy. I've got some solder. Now this particular solder is the solder with the flux core. I just find that it works a lot better. So if you're ever doing any soldering, make sure you get the solder with the flux core. So what I'm going to start by doing is tearing apart this bad boy. And if you look at the back, you can see there 1, 2, 3, 4 screws to begin with. Take everything apart, expose the motherboard, and then that's when I can replace these. So these are my white SMD bulbs that I've bought. I probably will need about 8 of them, so I bought some for extra. I've got a special button that I'm going to replace. I'll show it all to you at the end. So with all of that said, guys, let's get straight into it. I'm going to be putting you on the head cam this time. So forget the chest cam. I'm going to be putting you on the head cam and we're going to be getting stuck in. Let's go. Right guys, so there we have it. Have a look at this. Now that just went, it was a little bit touch and go. I had to remove the LCD. This is the LCD from the middle, and that just exposes all of these little orange SMD bulbs. These are the ones for the speedo, that's the one for the rev meter, and these are the ones for kind of like the petrol gauge and the oil and heat gauge. So I'll be taking these off one by one and replacing them one by one with these white ones. And you have to make sure that if you look really closely, there's a little indentation. Just make sure that you match each indentation. So I've taken everything apart. You've just seen it. I've scattered everything on the table, but I know where everything goes. So now I'm going to turn on my soldering iron, get that nice and hot, take these all off one by one and then replace them one by one, and then we'll be heading outside to see what it looks like. Hopefully it all works, fingers crossed. Let's continue.
hours later.
Guys, I think finally, after 2 hours, I think that's it. Have a look. I've replaced just the middle ones here. The ones for the speedo. The one for, I think this is the petrol gauge. This is the oil temperature gauge. And this is the rev meter. I've left these ones orange because if you look, it's got an orange, I can tell, I don't know if you can see that, but there's two different types of bulbs. One is the orange type for the backlight, but then the other one is kind of like, if you've got like a minor fault, it goes yellow. If you've got a major fault, it goes red. And if I change them and make them all white, then I won't be able to tell the difference because they will all just be white. So with that said, let's go to the car, do a quick test, and then if everything goes well, I'm going to put it all back together off camera and continue the video in the morning because it's getting quite late. So let's go out to the car right now. Let's go. Okay guys, we have life. However, I need to plug in my start button and then we'll see what we're working with. So I'll leave that there. As you can see, there's no start button there. So I need to install this one. Bear with me. And there we have start button is in. Let's see what we've got. I'm about to start it. So that is not the ignition yet. There we go. So that's the ignition. As you can see, this is where all the messages will pop up. So now that's going to be like a whitish, bluish tinge. These are my speedos. That's going to be white. These are, no, that's the rev meter. That's going to be white. And that's the speedo on that side. That's going to be white. So guys, everything's working. It's been, look at that. It's a success. So I think I've got one right there that isn't working. If I cover that, you can see that one on the other side is not working. So I'm gonna go and swap that around. This is what I was talking about, the polarity. If it's not in the correct position, i.e. left to right and right to left, it will not power up. These are very sensitive, so I need to desolder that and just swap that around. But guys, that is that's the least of my worries. I'm so happy. Look at that. Everything's working. It's worked out. Let me go back inside, put this back together, and then we'll be continuing the video in the morning. So let's go. Guys, with all of that done, I went ahead and I did another thing as well. Check this out. I've painted my needles red. So you're gonna have the white light and the red should just pop. And obviously the whole theme of the interior of the car is red to match the leathers. So I just thought, why not? Let me know what you think of this in the comments down below, guys. And if you like watching this kind of content, make sure you smash that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. And if you like this kind of content, make sure you give me a thumbs up, guys. I really need your help on that. Make sure you like the video. Give me a thumbs up so YouTube know that you like my content. And it just helps push my content so that other people can enjoy my content as well. Alright guys, so it's the next morning here. I'm still at home. I haven't been at home on a Saturday morning at this time for ages. But I want to get these mods completed and I need to put my gauge cluster back into the car before I can take it anywhere to a drive. So I want to show you the finished completed product. I hope you enjoyed those little stills that I showed you, but I've got my gauge cluster to go back in. I've already just gone ahead and installed my new start button. I'm going to be reinstalling my gauge cluster right there, and then we can really test it out and make sure that everything works and see where we go from there. So let's get that done. And there we have it. It's so cold, bloody hell. Oh God, guys. And there you have it, guys. My gauge clusters have been reinstalled. Let's start it up for the first time and see what's happening. So first of all, have a look at that, guys. It's now blue instead of orange in the bottom. Now I need to reset my clock, and just once I drive it, everything will reset on the top. But I left the top LEDs untouched because, as you can see, I was explaining it earlier, some of them are orange, some of them are yellow, some of them are red, depending on the status code that it wants to alert you to. So I've left that completely untouched. Just down here though, I really like that blue tinge, and if I switch the lights on, you can't see it. You can't really see them with the lights off. So I'll put in a before and after right now. I'm going to go through the Rotherhide tunnel. I just want you to see how it feels, how the car drives. Woo! Jeez, check it out, guys. Check that out. Hey, look at that. What do you guys think of that? Let me know. I've got the head cam on. The car's running perfect. The lights look amazing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Right, let's head back to the house and continue with what we need to do. Let's go. And yeah, guys, tell me what you guys think. Let me know what you think of the mod. Everything is working as it should. Everything is fine. I've got no issues there. I need to stop off and get some petrol. And the little hint of red there matches the little hint of red there. Matches the big old hint of red there. And yeah, this car is just really, really coming together, guys. If you remembered in the previous video, I'd done my parking sensors. This was the final bit of the puzzle. The car never had any buttons here. I bought a new button off the internet. And this is just the park button. Have a look. So you can manually switch them on and manually switch them off. And it's completely OEM, it's completely factory. This is how it would be from the factory. So I got a new button and the trim as well. So that is done. Start button installed. I went ahead and installed this little magnet clip. It's a crazy mount magnet clip for my phone, and it's got a little magnet at the back, and it literally just goes on like that. So I've installed that. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please smash that subscribe button. Salvage Nations, we're going to be bringing you so much content. If you've enjoyed this content, make sure you give me a thumbs up. If you need any help or any pointers, or if any of you guys want to do this mod to your gauge cluster, drop me a message on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, guys, go check me out on Instagram at salvage_nation on Instagram, Salvage Nation on Facebook, or just drop me a comment. And because it's cold, we got some new stock on beanies and hats and jumpers. So head on over to shopsalvagenation.com and purchase some merch if you want to support the channel. I'll really, really appreciate it. This is where we're going to end the video. I hope you enjoyed it. So, as I always say, guys, keep it moving, and I'll catch you in the next one. That's enough fun for today, guys. Let's head back.